Do you ever get lost reading drum charts? Do you ever feel like you need a new method of counting? If so, I understand. I used to find chart reading very difficult myself. Today I'm going to show you 3 counting techniques that will make counting and reading music much easier on the drums. And at the end of the video, I've got an extra bonus reading tip. By the way, if you're new to Brad Allen Drums, I'm a former U.S. Army drummer. I'm also a private teacher who has helped many hundreds of students to master the drums, and several of these have gone on to play professionally. There are many ways to count while playing the drums. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to count. You'll find that certain ways work better in certain situations, which is why you need to have multiple ways of counting at your disposal. The first technique I recommend is counting quarter notes out loud while playing. This helps you really internalize the beat. It will help your time as well as your reading. Think of your voice as a fifth limb. Start with something really easy like a basic rock beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the way, if you struggle with drum chart reading, I have a very helpful exercise that'll help you with that. Just follow the link in the video or in the notes below to download a free copy of the exercise. Once you can count quarter notes out loud while playing a very basic rock beat, try some other rock beats. Then try it with a jazz beat, some shuffles, or whatever other beats you're working on. The drummer that really sold me on this technique was Rod Morgenstein. I saw him do a drum clinic in Virginia Beach when I was attending the Military School of Music there. He played an entire drum solo while counting steady quarter notes out loud. He then explained that when you hear drummers play really crazy things way outside, over the bar line, etc., the reason they're able to do this without getting lost is that they always know where they're at in the measure. You develop this by counting quarter notes out loud while playing, so this is the first thing to work on. The second technique is counting measures out loud while you play. Again, start with a simple rock beat, count up to 4 measures, and then start over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1. Go through the same process with other beats. Try more difficult rock beats, then jazz, shuffles, funk, etc. You can also try a fill on the 4th measure. Eventually, by counting out loud like this, you'll internalize that 4-measure pattern. Now for up-tempo jazz, you just want to count the measure numbers out loud, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The third technique is for longer charts, 12 measures or maybe 32 measures or longer. You want to think in 4-measure or 8-measure sections. If it's 12 measures, think of 3 sets of 4 measures. And if it's longer than 12 measures, think in 8-measure sections. Count up to 8 measures and then start over. Sometimes you might want to actually mark those 8 measures off in pencil on the chart, and this will help you keep from getting lost. This is much more manageable than counting up to 32. Okay, now for the bonus. When you're playing in a smaller jazz group like a trio or a quartet, you want to start thinking in terms of song form. The 2 most common song forms are 12-bar blues and 32-bar forms. Again, these are commonly divided into either 4-measure sections or 8-measure sections. You should research these common song forms and listen to examples. I'll put a link in the notes below so you can research further. After you become familiar with them, you'll learn to recognize them very easily and quickly. Once you understand these common song forms, it makes it much easier to know where you're at in a song. You eventually learn to hear these forms simply by hearing the chord changes. They're fairly predictable after a while, and you'll also run into unusual song forms, and once you know the usual ways that songs are written, you'll start to recognize when they're doing something unusual. And again, this helps you to keep from getting lost because you know what's going on. It's an unusual form, say 7 measures instead of 8 measures. As I mentioned earlier, I've got a very effective drum chart reading exercise that you can download absolutely free. Just follow the link in the video or in the comments below. Now, did you find this helpful? Please comment below. I put out a new drum lesson video every week, so please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any. I have a whole playlist about reading drum music. Please watch those next, and we'll see you for the next video.